like to invite Mrs. Janice Sherman to come up to the podium. Janice, thank you for joining us here tonight, and also want to offer thanks to your husband, Don, who's also joined you. And we've asked you to be here tonight so that we could offer our deepest thanks for your service to the Morton community, most specifically as the director of the Morton Public Library for well over 30 years. In fact, I believe the number is the past 36 years as director of the public library. This is an iconic institution in our town that is revered by so many. You have positively impacted so many of our students in our schools that really the library is such a critical link between what we do in our schools and what children do, for instance, in the summertime and after school. Your reading program that you've offered, which once again we're getting ready to kick off on June 1st, has just been such an impactful and deep part of the kids' lives in our community. Really, the success in our classrooms we can owe to the work that goes on at the public library in the summer. In addition to that, the public library here in Morton has just provided such a warm, caring, and supportive and safe environment for our students and the entire community for that matter. But you know, our biggest concern is our students. Our kids can go there, they find helpful, friendly, great staff to work with. They can hang out. We hope that they're all well behaved when they're at the library, but the environment that you've created there has been one of love and care for all of the children in our community. I just want to point out two examples of the way that Mrs. Sherman has also worked with the schools and in our community specifically. 2 years ago, we realized that we had a tremendous need in our community to help support our English language learners in a more substantial way in our schools. We actually have over 20 different languages spoken in the Morton schools, and Janice saw this as one more great opportunity to partner with our teachers, specifically our ELL coordinator. She helped to write a grant and get materials into the library which are helpful and supportive to our English language learners and their families, some of whose parents do not speak English as their primary language. So one of many, many examples of going above and beyond. I think another thing that I'd like to point out is that after the Washington tornado, Janice, you set aside significant space in the library to collect those artifacts and precious things that people were finding spread out all over Illinois and other states, and to handle those artifacts with such care and love, catalog them, mark them, document those, and basically be the place where people could recoup some very special parts of their lives. And I know that the gratitude and appreciation for the actions of you and your staff in that way just go beyond really what we can describe. You've held positions on the Chamber Board, the Morton Community Foundation Board, and you've just been part of the fabric of this community. So I will now wrap up my comments, other than to say we could go on, but we want to just wish you and Don and your family the best of wishes for your retirement as you change locations of your life as well. But just thank you for everything that you've done and for being such an incredible part of the community. And if you wouldn't mind, we'll give you a big round of applause, and if you'd come up and shake our hands. We have a very small token of our appreciation for all of your work here in Morton. Thank you.
Cooperation goes both ways. You know, all of the school principals, teachers, administration have always been supportive of our requests and our efforts. And we appreciate it.
I didn't like to talk to you on that.
Oh, once you get me started, you might. Just other than, the thanks go both ways. You know, the school, the teachers, the principals, the administration, you know, we couldn't have done it without everyone's cooperation. Thank you. I appreciate your taking the time this evening.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Pleasure.